When I was in 7th grade, my mom killed my best friend. 7th grade was a rough year for me. I was an awkward and portly 13-year-old boy in a brand new school. Things were pretty tough, so I turned to the one thing that comforted me most. It's my Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo was everything that the Nintendo Entertainment System was, only super. Super Nintendo controller had 6 buttons compared to the regular 2. Nintendo Entertainment System had the zapper, while the Super Nintendo, the Super Scope. Nintendo Entertainment System had 8 awesome bits, while the Super Nintendo raised the stakes wielding 16 ass-kicking bits. I don't even know what the hell a bit is, but when you have 16 of them, it's fucking super. That's why this little friend became my best friend. We had great times together. From Donkey Kong Country to Mario Kart, Super Street Fighter 2, all the way back down to Mario Kart. We saw many sunrise together. When I was with him, problems disappeared. I just didn't think about them. When I say problems, I mean homework. Which is probably why my mom had to end it. I remember very vividly. It was progress report day at school. Progress reports marked a halfway point between report cards. You got everything that a report card was. You got the average, your attendance, and one little bonus thing, a comment box that teachers could put comments in. Now, you had to get parents' signature on this, so whatever a teacher wrote, they knew the head of the household was going to read it. Well, Erin is a delight in class, was one. That's good. Erin has the best test scores. That's great. Erin has 5 zeros in this class due to incomplete homework. Shit was gonna hit the fan. I started thinking of excuses, how to get around this. You know, I lost my folder. The teacher's crazy. She's out for me. I need Ritalin. Anything, but I exhausted myself with excuses that I've probably already used before anyway. So I decided not to Zach Morris my way out of this one and take it like a man. So I did. And I went home, and I usually wait until it's time for bed before I drop a bomb. Not me, not this time. Backpack was still on, and I handed the progress report over to Mom. There was silence for what seemed to be an hour, which I'm sure was a minute and a half tops. And then she muttered these words.
Get out of my sight!
So I did. I beelined it to my room, where I saw my friend sitting there, with his friend, Mortal Kombat 2. So I decided to play it. Why not? And I did. And I forgot all about the trouble I was going to be in. My mom swung open the door, looked at me with fire in her eyes. And when she saw that sweet 6-button controller resting in my hand, she exploded. She ran right over to the Super Nintendo and snatched it out of the wall. I knew I'd done it this time. I pushed her to the limit. Before I could say anything else, I said, "No, wait, Mom, that's a riddle game!" So she tore it out of the console without even pushing that new eject button and threw it. I was scared. She was manhandling my best friend. With the controllers trailing behind her. I ran out, but I stopped in the kitchen because she was already out the door and I could see her running across the yard. I was terrified. She went into the shop, which is really just a garage with a bunch of tools in it. And she picked her weapon, a hammer. stood at a distance, safe distance, as I watched her give those fatal, destructive blows to my best friend. She did it. She killed my best friend. And then